Hi all, what's up? Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite houseplants, the prayer plant or Maranta. There are different types of prayer plants. This one is a green prayer plant. And they also have lemon lime prayer plants, pink prayer plants, and silver ones, which I'll picture now. As well as other more rare varieties. The most popular one is the pink prayer plant. But they didn't have them when I got this one, so I got a green prayer plant, who I love. So anyways, how do you care for your prayer plant? Well, they come from the jungle, so they love humidity. They love humidity. They love indirect sunlight, and they love moist soil. So basically, you should keep them humid. You can use the humidifier, but most people don't like having their houses humid. So the way I do this is I take a spray bottle and I mist my prayer plant. I do this once or twice a day. And when I do it, I mist the top. And then I also mist the undersides of their leaves to give the illusion of humidity. In terms of watering, prayer plants hate being overwatered, like basically every plant. And when you should water them, I water mine about every 4 days, but how you can test is you stick your finger in the soil 2 inches deep, and if your finger comes out, and if you don't feel any moisture or humidity, it needs to be watered. But if there's literally any bit of moisture or humidity left in that 2 inches, you can leave him for another day. And that's basically it. Just keep them in indirect sunlight, mist them if you want, and make sure to water them. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is growth. Prayer plants grow super duper fast, and it's really exciting. So I'm going to show you some of the different phases of leaf development right now. So see on the other side of the camera. So this is my prayer plant. And the way they grow is they start by shooting out, they kind of have like little branches or crowns, kind of, I think is what they're called. And they shoot out these little shoots, as you can see here. So they gradually come out of the root there. And then they slowly start to unfurl. This one's more mature, and he's kind of more like, he has more lengthy legs. So in the beginning, they didn't kind of have this like length, the stem between the leaf and the new opening, but now they do when they shoot out new leaves. So then after that, they become like this, and they slowly unfurl. So that's basically how they grow. They start as a little tiny shoot, get to a bigger shoot, start to unfurl, and then they become a leaf, and then the leaf grows. So that's how prayer plants grow. And they grow pretty fast, which is fun. So yeah. The next thing we're going to talk about is propagation. Prayer plants are super easy to propagate. I've done it a few times. Right here, I have some propagations that I gave to my sister for her birthday. And as you can see, they've been in here for about a month and a half. And they have really, really substantial root growth now. There's 3 of them in here. One of them has really substantial, the other one is like half the size. And over there, I don't know if you can see them, but I have other prayer plants that are potted and just starting to shoot out new growth. And there are 2 ways you can do this. One way is more obtrusive and more harmful to the plant. And basically how you do it is you take it out of the pot and you separate the crowns. So you basically divide the plant. I've never done that before. Don't think I ever will, because it's kind of intrusive. But the method that I'm going to demonstrate for you today is how you propagate them from a cutting. So propagating prayer plants is pretty simple. Basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look for a node. And a node looks like, as you can see here, I don't know if you can see that. See how there's like this sort of bump right there? Like it bumps out, and if you can feel it when you run your finger down, and it kind of has some discoloration, like Sometimes it's more purple, sometimes it's more green. Then the stem, it's usually like purple and then has like a little bit of green where they are. When you're pruning your prayer plant, if you want to like get rid of these, you always want to cut above the node so that it can shoot out new leaves. But if you want to make a new plant, like these ones, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a healthy looking node that has a few leaves on it. I found that 3 is usually a good number. Sometimes if you get more, you can cut off the uglier leaves to give it more energy. But I find that the smaller nodes shoot roots the fastest. So we are gonna, oh, I don't know what that is. So I'm gonna find a node. You'll find that when you get them from the nursery, oftentimes they have they don't really have that many exposed nodes because they're under, but they get more longer stems as you go. So after probably about 2 weeks, you'll have a few exposed nodes that you can use. So I think it's kind of inside of this little casing, but there's a node right here that has these 2 leaves on it. So I think I'm gonna cut right there to get this node in these 2 leaves. So as you can see right here is the node that I'm gonna be cutting. So I'm going to reach in here. Ooh, that might be kind of difficult to extract. So I'm actually gonna shift to this node as the one I'm gonna be cutting. All right, now that it's focused, we are going to stretch down with sterilized scissors so that it doesn't get any infections. We're just gonna go in. I don't know if I'll be able to, I might have to just take this entire little, I don't know if I'll be able to get just that node. I like to leave a few inches below the node, or not a few inches, a few centimeters below the node just for safety, but you can't always do that. So as you can see, probably not the best node to clip. I'm gonna get a few more cuttings, but this is a pretty good cutting. If it ever focuses, from here you can put it in water and it'll grow. So I'm gonna set that one aside and I'm going to do more cuttings. Alright, so now that, that was out of focus the entire time. So now that Billy has a little bit of a haircut, as you can see I kind of took out some of these rot, uglier leaves and left the nodes on so that they can shoot more leaves. And pruning is a good thing because it gives the plant more energy to devote to new growth too. So hopefully there'll be a bunch of big leaves to replace these ones soon. So now that Billy has a little bit of a haircut, I also took a few nodes off. So I took this one, which is a single leaf cutting, cut a little close to the node. Yeah, you get the point. I cut it a little close to the node, so hopefully he'll be successful. This is one that has a little shoot that's coming out of it, so he'll probably unroll while he's in the thing. And this one also is kind of a smaller node. As you can see with the ones like in here, they kind of have bigger nodes. So I don't know how this is gonna affect their success. This one is also a pretty small node. I'm probably gonna get one with a really big node to add to them, and then I'll come back for the next step. All right, so here are the cuttings I have. I have quite a few. I'm probably not gonna make these into new plants. I'm probably just gonna put them into the pot to make it more bushier. But I have here a really big glass of water. glass, a really big bottle of water, but I didn't have anything else. So you're basically just gonna stick these in there with the nodes submerged in water. And then they start to show roots in about a week, but they don't really get like this big until about a month. You can probably put them in after 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, so these are going into here. And I'm going to top it off, but they're gonna live their best life in here shooting roots for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, that is Prayer Plants 101. I hope you... So yeah, that's Prayer Plants 101. I hope you learned something. Hope you're gonna be a better prayer parent after this. And I hope you enjoyed your time watching this video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. As always, feel free to leave your flexes, antidotes, stories, tips in the comment section below. Please like, and if you really want to give me a dopamine hit, you can press subscribe. Adios.